Don't blindly trust your architects and engineers. You can't just assume that they have your best interest in mind. They might be doing things that they probably should be saying no to or getting a second opinion for. And the reason I say this is because I see it all the time. And the person who suffers and who has to pay the bill, quite literally, is you, the client, the building project client. So this happens in other industries as well. Doctors, lawyers. I mean, I've seen it so many times, even just with people I know, where, well, that's what the doctor said. Well, that's what the lawyer said. Architects and engineers are professionals who have obligations to do the right thing for their client, but it doesn't always feel that way. And it definitely isn't what I see. And you have to be careful of that as the client, which isn't necessarily fair to you. But whether it's having a lease reviewed by an attorney, having an architect say they can do something for you that they really probably aren't actually an expert at, these are gray areas. Can they do it? They might be able to, but are they going to potentially miss something that really leaves you holding the bag? It's actually a very high probability depending on the situation. And again, I've seen it over and over where leases are reviewed but don't accurately define the space and your obligation in terms of not being responsible for the landlord's asset, the landlord's building. This can create six-figure, seven-figure problems for you if you're not careful and you're having to replace someone else's windows, or the elevator that breaks is on you, even though it shouldn't be. Whatever the case is, same thing with architects. If you hire an architect who doesn't really do commercial projects, and they jump into the project and you're not making enough progress, you might just spend 20 or 30 grand, not make it very far, and just kill the project. These are all things that don't need to happen if you just put the pieces together in the right way from the very beginning. You've probably had this happen where you get an opinion from someone. Again, maybe it's a doctor that you've seen. It doesn't have to be an architect, it could be anybody, but question the things that don't make sense, because we are dealing with things that should make sense, even if it's not something you're an expert in. A lot of the times, my clients actually can sense when something's wrong. They might just not know exactly what it is that is really happening. They might not have the vocabulary or the terms right, but they can feel when something's actually not working right. And so my dad's an attorney. He worked in government for a long time. He worked in private practice at the end of his career. So I asked him about this. I was saying, how does this happen with attorneys and architects frequently that I work with clients, where they're really saying yes to things that they actually don't have full control over, full coverage of? And he said it's, in his opinion, it's really the billable hour, which is really too bad, because that's your money. That's you as the project owner who's paying for a service that is less than what you actually would benefit the most from. And so this is a responsibility on you as the owner to really watch out for your own pocketbook, watch out for your own checkbook, which I don't think is necessarily fair, because myself as an architect, I look at myself as a fiduciary to you, meaning I have your interests. Your money is something that I am trying to protect for you. I just don't think everybody sees it that way. Lawyers, doctors are supposed to see it that way. Architects, are architects a fiduciary? It kind of depends who you ask. I look at it that way because why the hell else am I working with you? What else am I doing for you if I'm not trying to protect you and your assets? So if you'd like help with that, please see the links below. You can book a free call with me. We can tell you what we might be able to do for you, or at the very least set you in the right direction if we don't have anything we can help you with. So hopefully that's helpful. And if this is something that is useful, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks.